Crowd of boys, peace. What's good with you boys out there? Come to talk to you boys today about semen retention and maintaining your glow. And in this audio, I will be touching on the basis of the maintenance required to maintain your glow. If you are dealing with relapses, if you have fallen back into pornography or anything of that nature, masturbation, releasing, and also if you are sexually active like myself, I have a partner. And if you tap into a couple of previous audios that I've recently dropped, I let you boys know, full honesty, I'm being completely real with you guys, not sugarcoating anything, that I've been sexually active with my partner. But we have also been keeping each other accountable in what I would say of managing our energy, our sexual energy, not just giving in to our flesh once when we feel some type of way about each other and we don't get right into bed or just cut everything off and just indulge in sex. We are still keeping our relationship healthy as far as communication, understanding each other's wants and needs, and being mature about our situation and our sexual habits. It's very important, gentlemen, that if you are looking to be sexually active, that you have somebody that is on board with what you have going on as far as being on this journey of semen retention. And this audio actually I was inspired by my partner to do this audio about maintaining your glow because it was something that she let me know about myself and what my energy was giving off at a certain point in time. And this was about 2 days ago at the time of this recording. This was 2 days ago. All right. And I'm going to just, say it right now briefly before I forget, but I came into work. I work with my partner or whatever the case may be, and she didn't see me in a couple days. We were talking, on the phone and stuff like that. But once again, we're keeping each other accountable. We're giving each other space. I've been busy. As you can see, I haven't dropped audios in a little minute. It's been, every 5 days, a week or so, whatever the case may be. I've been busy, guys. And, she didn't see me over the weekend and stuff like that. But when she finally seen me, and our last time that we had intercourse was about a week and a half ago. Okay. And when she seen me, the first thing she said was, "You're glowing today." She noticed that there was a glow on me, just 2 days ago. And now, mind you, it's only been a week and a half removed since the last time we had intercourse. Okay. And if you go to my previous audios and if you do your research on other channels on semen retention, and when they talk about the benefits of what you achieve, and they give timestamps, okay, of, 30 days, this is what you get, 60 days. And usually after 30 days is when you get the enhanced glow. Excuse me, your skin, becomes more clearer. It becomes more brighter. You are vibrating and you are radiating after that 30 days mark. Okay. So I'm here to tell you guys that if you have been on a long streak, all right, and then the glow is something that you have cultivated through your journey, all right. Me, myself, I've been on the journey 2 years and a half, but my longest streak before I had intercourse with my partner, I was on the journey for about a year and some change. I stopped counting the days when I got on my official long streak of a year and some change. You dig what I'm saying? So I've been had the glow. You feel what I'm saying? Other people have noticed it, but after intercourse, there's this kind of, this stigma or this myth of you losing your benefits because you have released or whatever the case may be, right? I'm here to tell you that that's not all the way true. And this is why I'm doing this audio, because there's maintenance required. Okay? There is things that you have to do to make sure that you are still taking care of yourself. Your hygiene and all that other stuff plays a major part in enhancing your glow also. I've spoke about that in previous audios. And also, as far as energy and your aura field, understand that when you are sexually active with a partner, yes, your aura field weakens, all right, when you release. But when you have someone in your aura field and you are exchanging energy with that person, you are letting somebody into your energy and into your aura field. And that's how your aura field gets weakened. So it's not a negative thing, especially if you are dealing with someone that you truly have real emotions for and real pure intent for. There's nothing wrong with letting somebody into your aura field, because you are also entering into someone else's aura field. There's an energy exchange. Yes, you lose part of your essence when you release with a partner. Yes, your aura field weakens, but there's maintenance required. But understand the energy exchange, you should be getting energy back from that person, as well as that person receiving energy from you. That type of power, you have to make sure that it's being managed as far as energy wise, and it's in the right person's hands. That's why it's very important to vet these women that you are talking to. If you are planning to date, be sexually active, and still be on semen retention. All right. The semen retention, we call it a journey. The journey isn't always clear cut, a straight line through. There will be bumps in the road, fellas, and this is where I will talk about relapse into pornography. All right, a release is still a release, don't get me wrong. But understand, when you are releasing to pornography, masturbation, your aura field weakens. And whatever entity is behind the invisible force of where you're releasing your energy to, they will take a hold of that energy, and whatever the case may be, it feeds off of that. But you're not getting anything in exchange. You're not getting an energy transfer back. And that's the difference between being sexually active with a person. And of course, that person has to be willing to, give you energy back in exchange. If not, then you're just giving your energy to someone who doesn't really deserve it, because you're not getting anything back in return. But it's even worse when you masturbate to pornography or release under your own volition with no partner there. All right. Your aura field is weakened and your glow takes a hit. Now, to maintain your glow, all right, and to strengthen your aura field, those two coincide, because your glow and your aura all has something to do with your masculine frame and your energy. The number one thing is, all right, and this has to do with relapses and releasing everything, is replenish water. Very simple. All right. Hydrate. Water is the number one key essential thing that you need to be able to maintain your glow. These are the things that I've never stopped my routine after being sexually active with my partner, and you bounce right back. I'm telling you guys, when you release with a partner that you are really in tune with, when you guys are vibrating on the same level, okay, and once again, this is an energy exchange. When that person is giving you energy back, it's a benefit. All right, this is give and take. It's better to give than to actually receive. Your intent and your pure intentions behind your actions, though, is going to be the key factor. All right. But understand that the bounce back has to be something that you have to have in place, your routine, whatever got you up to a point of a long streak. OK, I was just commenting with one of my guys who, came on one of the audios from back before. Wait, he didn't even comment on my last audio where I said that I released with my partner after my year. He came and said on another audio that he just released with his partner after a year and some change where he'd been on. And he kind of seemed, and I don't like trying to decipher messages on internet or text messages and try to gather up someone else's feelings through words on on text or through words. But I could kind of tell like he was kind of a bit disappointed in himself because he released. And I always say this, guys, and I made a previous audio about it. It's like, guys, if you release, don't be so hard on yourselves. Don't be disappointed, especially if you have released with a partner that you are really feeling, that you have genuine feelings for. You have to be able to trust yourself, gentlemen. Trust the spirit. Whatever led you to that woman, whatever led you to that person to release, it may be something there, an opportunity. One of the key things that he said was he tried his best not to release or not to engage in sex, but he gave in. Understand that sometimes, if you believe in spirits, sometimes your spirit will lead you to do certain things. His spirit was telling him, right? Go ahead. It's okay. You are safe with this person. Probably, I'm assuming, I'm putting it out there, and I'm kind of going off of my experience also. I don't want to go too much into detail of what led me to my person, but it was spirit that led me to go talk to this girl, starting out. It wasn't anything else. I wasn't led by lust. I really didn't see her body. I just seen, face, eye contact, and something just told me to just go have a conversation with this girl and see what happens. And a lot of things transpired in my personal life where this girl was an actual benefit to my life. It had nothing to do with, I was attracted to her. She was, the preference that I like, she was my preference, but it was something more to it that led me to go talk to her. And now, fast forward, this is where we're at now. We're in a relationship. But before anything else, there was a lot of vetting, a lot of talking to, getting to know her, knowing about her background. Did you have both parents in your house? How did you grow up? Oh, you had a stepfather. How was he like in your life? And it was a lot of that. It was a lot of talking. You dig what I'm saying? And that's what you must do. You might have to learn the dynamics around the people that you are trying to interact with. And I'm talking about women. All right. But with this dude was saying he was, like I said, it seemed like he was kind of disappointed. Don't be so disappointed, guys. Even if you relapse, go back into pornography. Don't beat yourselves up too much over it. You'll be able to bounce back. Just put in effect the routines that you have been practicing up until this certain point. The second thing that you must do to maintain your glow and strengthen your aura field after a relapse, okay, or after a release, or if you're sexually active. The second thing that you must do, it's a must, guys, and it's simple. Just like the water, make sure that you're drinking a lot of water, replenish yourselves. The second thing you must do is get active, move around. Me and him was, I shared my experience with him of how I felt after relapse. Yes. And he coincided and said the same exact thing that I was saying in the audio. My energy, I felt an energy drop a little bit. The first thing I did was making sure I was drinking water, even, after we were done with our intercourse, I jumped right back on the water. All right. But the following day, I headed right to the gym. And it wasn't something like, I released, I got to go to the gym. It was just, I didn't stop my routine of what I was doing. And that's the thing that you guys have to keep in mind. Just because you are dealing with a woman doesn't mean everything stops. The journey is called a journey for a reason. Just because you relapse, your journey doesn't stop. Your routine should not stop because of a woman. She has to understand that as well. And if she doesn't, then she's not the one. Understand that that woman is supposed to put you in position for you to be the best version of man that you can be, because you are also going to be a leader for her. So she needs you in a prime position. She needs you to be in your top form. She needs you to be in your masculine energy at all times. Okay? She needs you to be in your higher state, in your higher self at all times. Sex, the interaction, the energy exchange, you still have to hold your masculine frame and not be susceptible and be weakened by sex. And once when you show a woman that sex won't control you, gentlemen, that's number one. Sex should not be controlling you. And once when she realizes that from you, and that you are still going to do what you need to do, and you're not thirsty for the next round, or you're not thirsty for the next session, she will admire that about you. Okay? So stick to your routines. Me, I went straight to the gym, got my workout in. All right. And I think I shared with you guys in the previous audio that, listen, man, I did drink, an energy drink and stuff like that. But that was something, to get extra motivated in the gym. I do that anyway, regardless, with pre-workouts and stuff like that. I cut back on the pre-workouts just because for me, it's too much energy. I'm already holding on to my semen, and it's giving me that natural energy. And when you get moving around and that testosterone starts pumping out naturally, you're right back into form. Your glow starts to hit different. You start sweating. Your energy starts exuding. Okay? This is a true benefit to have and to possess. But you have to get moving around. Move your body around. Go outside for a walk. All right, do something. You have to get active. You can't just lay there. And he even shared something that he was sleepy and, but you have to get your rest. All right. It's about recovery at this point. It's the same as a relapse. When you relapse, you have to do the same thing. It's not just about being sexually active with a person. This also has to do with relapse. If you relapse, you have to do the same thing. Get your rest, drink your water, replenish, but then you have to get outside, do something active. All right. And especially get your testosterone moving. You have to build your testosterone back up. I'm going to give you guys a key food, root, natural testosterone booster. And I just started doing this. I always knew about it, but I just started doing it more frequently. All right. And that's ginger. All right. Ginger tea, or the actual ginger root. And what I now started doing was taking ginger root, either making tea out of it or slicing it up and actually chewing it. All right. This boosts your testosterone naturally. And if you do that, that will get you right back into the game. All right. This enhances your glow. It's great for the skin. It's antifungal. It has all these great benefits for your health physically. And it boosts up naturally your testosterone. All right. I chewed a little bit before I go to the gym too. Right now I'm sitting outside the gym too. All right. But I left my ginger root at home. But this was something that I did started last week after I left the grocery store. And I got a woman attraction story coming to you boys very soon about my trip to the grocery store when I went to go pick up my ginger. All right. But understand that boosting back up your testosterone gets you right back. All right. Understand, too, that if you have been on a long streak, all right, once again, you don't just lose everything after one release. OK, just like the guys who talk about placebo, there are guys who are on the other side on the semen retention journey, who are so strict and so so in depth with the semen retention that they maybe feel like, yo, if I release one time, I lose everything. And that's a little bit extreme. Okay. If you have been on this journey for a long time and you've been on it for a minute, and I can attest to this, and I'm speaking for myself, confirmation from my partner. All right. She told me after a week, yo, you're glowing today. And it was hitting different, like the enhance on the glow. And like I said, I was doing other things, making sure your hygiene. All right. That's third. Always make sure that your hygiene is on point. All right. Get a shape up, guys. Go to the barbershop. All right. I understand that some of us, you're probably at a point where you don't really care about your appearance. You just moving how you move. I was getting attraction and women looking at me, staring at me, and I was looking rough out here, my boys. Like, I didn't care about getting a shape up, haircut, nothing. But I got a haircut, got a shape up. And this was before we had, intercourse and stuff like that. I just wanted to clean up a little bit. But understand that these things enhance your looks. They enhance your glow. You look different. All right. So your hygiene is very important. Okay. Make sure you're washing your face, brushing your teeth. All right. Get a skincare routine. All right. I'm not sponsored by anybody or anything like that, so I'm not going to recommend anybody's brand of what you should be using. I use generic stuff, man. Honestly, like, I don't use anything that's out the normal. You feel what I'm saying? I use things like witch hazel to, cleanse my face and stuff like that. I do apple cider vinegar from time to time to restore the pH balance to my skin. That helps a lot. I haven't done it in a minute. I do clay mask every now and then. This is self-care and this is self-love. Like, that's, my routines that I have been doing. And, I use moisturizing creams and oils and stuff like that on my skin that enhances your glow. So you cannot stop your routine. All in all, you cannot stop certain routines that you have been doing up to this point just because you have released, because you are sexually active. The journey doesn't stop. All right. The last thing is energy management. I kind of mentioned it before. You have to be accountable for yourself still. Manage your energy. You cannot put too much stock into these women, especially after you become sexually active with them. These women know the power of the P. And when they put it on you and then they try to do some funny shit with you, all right, it's going to be a test. Is he going to act different now because I gave it to him? And you must hold your masculine frame, gentlemen, through and through it all. All right. No disrespect to any women out there, but pussy is pussy. You dig? It has been put up on a pedestal and given so much power to the point where it can control a man and bring him to his knees if he is weak. If he is weak in frame, if he is weak in mind, if he is weak in the flesh. But a man that has been putting in the work, and this is not to brag on myself or about myself or anything. Listen, I'm no superior than you. Whenever you catch this message, I'm not superior than you. I have just done the necessary work to better myself and be the best version of myself. And I encourage you guys to do the same thing. When you do that, nothing will be able to control you. This journey is about self-control. Even when you do get that, even when you do get some pussy, you still have to be accountable for your actions. Don't let anybody control you with anything. Pussy, money, anything. You must hold your masculine frame out here, gentlemen, regardless. Women will test you, okay, to see if they got you under their hold. And when you stick to your guns, stick to your routine, still move how you move. You still, if you have a partner, you still show that you care. You feel what I'm saying? You still have that open space for her. But understand that you do not compromise what you have going on, your goals, your achievements. It doesn't stop just because you release. It shouldn't stop. You shouldn't stop and revolve your world around a female. And vice versa. Accountability. You have to hold your partner also accountable. That their world, or you don't revolve around their world, that they also have things going on and they stay focused on their goals as well. Because if they're not focused on their goals, they're focused on you and what you're doing. And if you're not doing something that they want you to do, you're in for disaster dealing with that said woman. That's why it's very important to understand women first. Understand your energy. And then when you start to talk to different women, if you're interested in different women, or if you're interested in a particular female, you sort her out. You talk to her. Get to know her. Don't be afraid to use your energy, gentlemen. You have the glow. You have the aura. Be able to use it. Your aura is also your shield of protection. So if a female starts to deal with you, she wants to step off, that's her loss. If she ignores you, goes another way, or, she lays down with you and she tries to pull a swindle move on you and try to control you and doesn't work in her favor, and she says, you know what, I don't want to, then that's her loss. That has nothing to do with you. You not doing anything wrong, gentlemen. You're not being selfish. Some may say, oh, he's just being selfish. That sounds like selfish talk because he gets the pussy, but now, he's so much into, no, listen, before you came, I was on a journey. Okay. And I'm not talking about anybody in particular. I'm just talking how certain females move. They feel like when they give themselves up to a man that they have him under a clutch. We're too powerful for that, men. Okay. So those little tidbits I gave you guys, man, those are just, once again, from my personal experience, what I'm going through right now, my energy. I won't say it's through the roof, and I'm not going to fake it and facade it like it's at the tip top form like it was when I was on my year journey. I know what it feels like to be on semen retention for a year. You feel what I'm saying? And I wasn't even going to the gym like that. I didn't have a gym routine on this journey. I just started hitting back the gym about a month and a half now. All right. But my energy now that I've been hitting the gym, I could feel now really like my testosterone building up. All right. So it's a little bit different this time around. But now I'm sexually active. And I kind of wish I would have been into my gym routine when I was going through my year process, but it wasn't allowed at that time. All right. I couldn't afford a gym membership and stuff like that monthly. I had to do some budgeting and stuff like that as a single man living on my own. And also having a child, having a son or whatever. I had to make a couple sacrifices, to get the gym membership and stop playing around and really get back into it. So, everything has its timing, and this has been a benefit for me to be able to be sexually active, but now being active, also making sure that my physical is right. All right. Making sure that my mental is right. Relieving some of the stress in my personal life into the gym. All right. And now that I'm retaining, I guess, whatever you want to say, part-time or whatever the case may be, I'm just going with the flow. And that's one thing that I wanted to leave you guys with. And also with, my boy who was commenting and saying, something, listen, go with the flow. You're in the flow state. When you try to fight certain things off, man, you will be sometimes doing yourself harm. Just be in a flow state. Let just things happen how they may. Trust your intuition also. All right. You are in your intuitive nature at this point in time if you are on a long streak. I would say a good 90 days, 3 months, you'll be able to tap into intuitive powers. But you have to put in the work. You have to be able to exercise those abilities. And the way you do that is by interaction, talking to people. And the reason why I say talking to people, because if you don't talk to anybody, you won't know who or what to watch out for, what red flags to look out for when interacting with people, to say, I don't like what I see, or I don't like what I heard. So it's very important, guys, that you guys tap into your intuitive power. Make sure that you guys are maintaining your glow through and through, relapse or not, that you guys are working on yourselves and continuing on your journey. With that said, my boys, as always, with love and peace.